Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Jungle, Jubel English Literacy Talks. Long time no see, with me as the host, Mus'ab, and today we are welcomed by a spectacular guest, Miss Novlia Pratiwi.
Hi.
Say hi, Miss.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Novlia Pratiwi. I'm a mathematics teacher at SMA Plus Negeri 17 Palembang.
Oh yeah, also Miss, from what I heard, you are also the advisor of the research club, isn't it?
Yes, for this year academic, I've been chosen as the advisor for the research club in this school.
Oh yeah guys, I should tell you that I'm also the member of the research club, so it will be kind of interesting for me to and you to hear Miss' opinion on it. Miss, what do you think of the research club? What kind of activities happening there?
I think research club is the most important one because we, as we know, at our school they have the program namely Bugem, and then by joining the club you will be get used and then know about how to make some research by using the correct way, and then maybe you can do the other activities besides doing research. Yeah. As we know, we can add our knowledge by following the club. Is also like that.
I see.
Yeah.
What do you think of research, Miss? Is it quite hard to do research on something?
For the beginner, maybe it's quite hard. But after you following, or if you get used to the research, you might think that research is not really difficult, because if we already have a minds of as a researchers, yeah, we are going to know what is the most important thing that we have to do in order to make our research become the research that really useful for the life like that.
Maybe it can be quite fun if you are used to it, isn't it?
Yes. So I think for everyone in here is research is not always about a science one. We have a stigma that if we're doing some research,
Oh, yeah.
it means that it should be about the science, right?
In the laboratory.
Yeah, in the actual life, we have so many things that we can do, and then so many things that we can change into the research, and then we can research everything: the social life, the science, the mathematics, the language, even like that.
What small example of that can you give me about research in daily life?
For example, we are going to research about how the thrift that give the impact to the market nowadays, like this. This is for the social one, like or for the language, we can do a research about how far the understanding of the student about using the English or using the notation in Bahasa or the other language like that. Or in mathematics, we can build some equation or using the even combine with the computation one, and then you can do everything as long as you have an idea, and then your idea can be developed. You can make a good research like that.
That sounds really interesting, Miss, about the research. What kind of tips can you give us so we can do this research more easily and maybe even have it as a hobby, as something fun for us to do?
The first thing that you need is maybe you have to change yourself into the person who wants to know everything.
Also, you have to be curious about it.
Yes, if you look at something or some event, or you look at some case, you have a curiosity about that, and then you want to solve that problem, and then you're thinking about how to solve that. You're thinking about why it can be happen, what is the factor that make it, and then you will be a good researcher like that.
I see. By the way, Miss, in the research field, we also have competition, right?
Yes, of course. We have a competition, not only build research like that, just building or making the research, and we also have a competition as like the knowledge, yeah, the Olympiad.
Yeah. What is an example of that competition?
Oh, one of the example that our student in SMA Plus Negeri 17 have just finished before at 6 until 11 November.
Oh, that's a long
they
time.
have the OPSI, the one that we call OPSI, in bahasa Olimpiade Penelitian Siswa. Yeah, so the Students Olympiad in Indonesia.
How is it, Miss, at the OPSI competition? What stage does the student have to go through to proceed in this competition?
The first we got the information that this Olympiad is holding by Indonesian Talent Development Agency in coordination with the National Achievement Center, and then we are trying to make something and some research, and we following that for about start from March, start from March until the final in November. So we have to make a paper, the same thing that we have to do in our Bugem. We make the proposal, the first chapter, the second, the literature, and then the methodology, like
Miss,
that. Yeah.
Maybe the viewers is from outside the school. Can you explain us a bit about Bugem, in a short way?
Bugem is one of the literacy program in Jubel, in SMA 17 Palembang, as we know, that have been done for a long time. Yeah, that I know, and then at this program, student can do everything like about the research. Yeah, you can make everything about the research, and based on reading the book, you can conclude something. You can take something that make you want to make some cases and solve that, like that. This is my point of view about the Bugem. And then as the teacher, we help the students to make a good researcher, like that.
Like it is the vessel for students to source their creativity, their curiosity, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we can go back to OPSI again. After making the research methodology, what kind of thing is happening?
The student is waiting for the result. When the paper is accepted by the judge, they have to solve to finish their paper, and then present on the chapter 4 and 5. Yeah, the result and conclusion. And then they wait for about a month for the final. And then they got for about 100 students from all of Indonesia to join in the final in Jakarta.
From I heard, the original pool of participants is 6,000, isn't it?
For all of the participants in all Indonesia, divided into the senior high school students and the junior high school students, and they take 100 for the finalists for the senior level, and then for the junior high school level, they get 135 finalists.
Wow, that's quite impressive how one of our students can achieve that level. So, Miss, where do the final is held?
They held the final in Jakarta, in Peninsula Hotel, and also do the expo in Tarumanegara University.
There's an expo in...
Yeah. The first day we arrive, we do a registration, and then we are checked into the hotel, and then we're preparing to make an expo in Tarumanegara University.
What kind of things happening at the expo, Miss?
At the first day, we have to prepare for the expo, and then on the second day, it begins with the opening session, and then the students from all of Indonesia, they have to present their result in the form of a poster, and then they show their product, and some of the students that have been chosen by the competition by the university, they visit the booth for each of the booth, and then doing like looking at each of the the contestant, and then the judges is doing evaluation by looking each of the each of the finalists won.
I see, that's quite an interesting way of competition. Usually they go to the stage, they present one
Yeah.
by one. So it's not like that in this competition.
Yeah, and then not only doing the expo, so the judges is divided into two types of judges. The judges of the expo, yeah. So the point you got from the expo, and then the point you got from presentation and interview session. So on the third day, the students have to present their papers, and then they have to answer the interview like we have done in Bugem. Yeah, doing the test like that.
So there's 1-to-1 with the judges.
Yeah, 1-on-1, and then the student, it's like a room for the test, like, but no one can watch, even me as an advisor there. So it's only students and the judges.
It must be quite intense
Yes,
for them.
it's
isn't
really
it?
private. So we can enter the room to look at how students present their presentation.
I can't imagine being them one by one with the judges.
Yeah.
They want to support, isn't it?
Yeah, after they have an interview session, I look at some students going out, and then some of them is crying, and then there's a student is like smiling, laugh, and there are so many expressions after they finish the interview session like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Miss. I forgot about this, but we have not told the name of the
The student. The student is Putu Nanda from 12.5 and at 12.3, and also Marsha Safika Maheswari from 12.5. They have doing the research from 11th grade, and then because of the term for doing the competition is long, so they now in the 12th grade. So that's a huge achievement that they got before they finished their school at SMA 17 Palembang.
Yeah, some props about it.
Yeah, really.
That's some wonderful achievement.
Yeah.
So, Miss, other than presenting about the product, what other thing that you do in Jakarta?
After finishing the interview session, the next day we can following the presentation, the sharing session with two people, yeah, from Pajajaran University, Miss Ira Mirawati. As we know, she is the famous content creator in TikTok. Yeah, if you look at her content, you can find content about research. Yeah,
She delve into research.
yeah,
on TikTok.
she's give us the seminar about how to build a personal branding, and then that's a really cool seminar. Before her session, we also have a session from Miss Agustina Situmorang. She is the chairman of the ethics committee of National Research and Innovation Agency, and then she gave us the information about how to is about ethical clearance. So it's all about how what is the important thing that we have to do before doing the research, because sometimes we forget that there is some ethics that we have to look before doing research, for especially in the social one. Yeah.
Since we cannot just play with humans,
Yes.
we have to be careful with it.
Yeah, she taught us about how important the ethical clearance before we do the research like that. How to maintain the privacy from our source. From our sample. Yeah, how to maintain that. How to keep the feelings of our sample. Yeah, like yeah.
Just not give them some psychological distress.
Yeah. So that seminar from that's two important person. Yeah, it's really cool, and then you got the knowledge from that. Yeah.
Must be the real price of it, isn't it?
Yes.
The knowledge of how to research and everything.
Yeah.
And also, Miss, research is really correlated with literature, right?
Yeah.
How do you think we can read literature without getting really bored? Since it's quite hard to read some article or some journal about something.
I think nowadays literacy is not about reading a book, right? We can do a digital literacy. As we know, as you, a millennial generation, is more too interested by reading something at the digital, what do I call, yeah?
Digital what I mean.
From the digital platform, yeah, rather than going to the library. But maybe library can be also develop something that make the student more interested to read. Maybe you can do a digital library like that, yeah. How to make the students, maybe by using digital search, they might be built a curiosity to find at the library directly. So begin with the most thing that you interested right now, yeah, digital one, and then you can continue to reading a book like that.
Yeah, since from my experience from journal and article, it's not really deep the material that they give. At the end, I must read some books to really understand the concept of something.
Yeah, so you begin with reading the digital one, and then you feel curious, and then you continue to find out the book. Yeah, so that's how we build the literacy.
It's building a connection. It cannot be separated in these two factors. Okay, Miss. For the end, I want Miss to give some final words to the viewers of this episode about anything that you like.
For you all, don't be scared about a new thing that you will face. And everything in the world have a solutions if you are curious to find a solution. So there is no problem without no solution, yeah. So every problem has a solution in here.
That's really wonderful quotes from you. I really appreciate it. So, Miss, for the end of this episode, we should say the slogan of Jungle, which is, I will count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Unlocking the power of knowledge through conversation. Thank you, Miss, for the time you have left for this episode. And to you guys, see, with what Miss Tiwi said, it's really important to increase your curiosity and not be scared about what you would want. Okay, thank you, Miss Tiwi, for the time, and bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye, guys.